That's why you had Israelites in those times. They would have rather have died than not keep the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
That was my fault.
They took their punishment, right? Janiyah, get up there, baby.
Now.
They took their lumps, right? Here we are, the descendants of that whooping, right? We're the recipients of. We ain't getting it like they got it, right? But you know what's different from them? We have knowledge of what happened in those times, so we have an example of what not to do, right? Pull it down just a little bit.
Pull it back a little bit. Pull it back a little bit. Just straight back. Just a little bit back.
That light look funny too.
Yeah.
No, not too far back because it's stretching that line.
Right, yeah, right there.
Yeah, burn that in a little bit right there. Yeah. Now burn it down just a smidge so it kind of fit that light right there. Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
We look like movie critics.
Too much.
That's what I'm
Back
saying.
up and let's see the whole screen.
Huh? Oh, no, nephew.
Twist it a little bit, honey. The whole thing, the light, the whole picture.
That's my hood voice.
Right there. All right.
So listen, y'all, and I want to, because I know we're going to close out. We can conclude it. Keeping the laws of the Most High is not a bad thing. You know, we dealing with times where they're going to try to convince you that you're tripping, that you're not going to keep, that you're not supposed to observe this because the Most High did away with these laws and the crucifying of MASHAYACH or whatever. We reject all that, okay? We know that the Most High ain't changed. Therefore, we're going to stick to what's written. We're going to keep these laws. We're going to keep the commandments of the Most High. We're going to reject anything that's not holy or set apart, right? And when it comes to someone telling us not to keep the commandments or keep the feast days and holy days, we reject that doctrine as well. Because we know that that goes against the knowledge of the Most High YAHAWAH. And he told us we need to have knowledge of these things and to keep them, teach them to our children, so that our children will then one day grow up and teach them to their children, and then teach them to their children, so on and so forth.
God, sorry for the interruption, but we're going to close with the book of Bible, right? And I had to do this real quick in the clubhouse, summarize when I went to, when I spoke about Hebrews, and I spoke about second Ezra. I went to Eusebius, boom, went there, went to Noah's name, did the second Ezra real quick. This is real quick, you know, and I dropped a lot of information like the brother said. So go here, there, to know in the book of Philo, which is an Israelite historian, right? We are on the creation story, page 13, and I think it's chapter point 30.
Yeah, come on. Oh, but after the whole world had been completed according to the perfect nature of the number 6.
I got to set up the cut.
Because they were talking about where in the Bible that it says that anybody kept the Shabbat. Well, Isaiah 8:20 says to the Lord to the testimony. Right? Testimony is first person or second person accounts, right? Which a historian would be more than likely second person source, right? Or primary source. And he's being an Israelite, going into the records of our people in our culture. Let's see what it says again. Read it again. I'm trying to find it online. Go see if I need to follow, but don't worry about it. Keep reading.
But after the whole world had been completed, according to the perfect nature of the number 6, the Father hallowed the day following the 7th, praising it and calling it holy. For that day is the festival.
What is it?
For that day is the festival, not of one city or one country, but of all the earth. Cut!
Huh?
A day which alone it is right to call the day of festival for all people and the birthday of the worlds.
What is the Sabbath day considered in Philo? Is it the birthday? You gotta read the whole thing again.
I'm going to read that again, brother. Let me go read that one more time.
Read.
For sure. Let me go get this. For sure. Let me go read this one more time. But after the whole world had been completed, according to the perfect nature of the number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the Father hallowed the day following, comma, the 7th, comma, praising it, comma, and calling it holy, period. For that day is the festival, not of one city or one country, but of all the earth.
Of all the earth.
All the earth was keeping the Shabbat.
Everybody say all the earth.
Everybody was keeping the Shabbat. Everybody was keeping the Shabbat. It was taught the Shabbat. And then they was breaking the commandment because they was breaking the commandment. So that was one of the commandments. And they was being so wicked by not following the Most High commandment, 2 Ezra 3, that he decided to sink or flood the earth and eradicate everybody except Noah, whose names mean rest, right? That was keeping the commandments, obviously, him and his household. Just like Lot and his household escaped Sodom and Gomorrah, everybody else was finito, right? So, what are you talking about? You didn't know about the philo rules. A lot of y'all don't know about the philos. Get sliced and diced, right? And continue, because there's more, right?
Oh yeah, brother, definitely.
Bring it out. I want you to read some more.
For that day is the festival. It's not.
The Most High Day is a festival. Tell you in Leviticus 23.
But you know, brothers is trying to say like it's not though.
Right. They tell you in Leviticus 23. It's a feast.
But we can read. You can read, right?
Oh, I can read.
I can read. I know I can read.
Oh, I can read.
They sat us down at a year old. And you're going to read this book. You're going to learn to read this book before you turn 3. They made us read this thing. It say, I'm going to read the whole thing again. It say, but after the whole world had been completed according to the perfect nature of the number 6, the Father hallowed the day following the 7th, praising it and calling it holy. For that day is the festival, not of one city or one country, but of all the earth.
But of all the earth. Not of one city, not of one country, but of all the earth. Go ahead.
A day which alone it is right to call the day of festival for all people.
For what?
For all people.
For all the people. All the people. Right? Yesterday, today,
and forever.
And forever.
Everybody say forever.
Forever. For all people. Go ahead.
And the birthday of the world.
And the what?
And the birthday.
How you gonna forget the birthday of the world? We celebrate, we rested from the birthday of the world.
Not to be confused with the birthday of thy own self. No, we're talking something different. Don't get vain, y'all. But we go with the birthday of the world.
The world. Simple. It's more. Read. But that's the bomb. The nuke. Go ahead.
Everybody say cut.
Cut.
Everybody say cut.
Cut.
And I know not if anyone would be able to celebrate the nature of the number 7 in adequate terms, since it is superior to every form of expression.
The number. Go ahead.
But it does not follow that, because it is more admirable than anything that can be said of it, that on that account one ought to keep silence, semicolon. But rather we ought to try, even if one cannot say everything which is proper, or even that which is most proper, at all events to utter such things as may be attainable by our capacities.
So we're going to do a part 2 about the number 7 and how serious it is and how special that number is on a
mathematical level. Briefly, you can't multiply in 7. Can you? Can you multiply any number that goes into 7?
No, you can add a number that makes 7.
You can't multiply into 7. You can't divide into 7.
7 plus 1
It stands alone.
Jacob waited 7 years.
Huh? Right? The number 7 has a whole lot of spiritual and mathematical science to it. And I'm going to read it to you, but not today. All praise and all glory to our Father, our King, our Father Yahawah, our King of MASHAYACH, YAHAWASHI, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, to all the brothers and sisters sincerely walking in this truth, those of us that may stumble and bumble and fall, and we get back up, because the righteous man falleth 7 times and get back up. It doesn't say anything about the wicked man. He stays down in the mire. All right? So, 1 John 3:18 or 3:20 tells you don't condemn thyself. Right? You may be struggling in the flesh. Right? But you got to continue to walk. You know what I'm saying? Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Right? So, the race is not given to the swift, but he that endureth.
That's right.
To the end. And with that, we're going to give praise to the Most High. We're going to play one of our songs. Right? Give him praise. Closing out. Oh, we give, which one? Praise and glory and glory. Which one? Y'all right? You want praise and glory? Okay. Princess Now Wizzy. We about to end out with Princess Now Wizzy. All praise and glory. I got to pull the thing up a little bit. The camera up.
Make sure y'all support the music ministry. Make sure y'all support the evangelical ministry. We are going into the highways and byways in this next season coming up. I myself am probably going to be coming to a city near you. Y'all know it's going to be that season. It's that time. Man, just continue to serve the Most High. Just continue to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. Of course, you know, we still got new music coming out. We ain't done. I've taken somewhat of a miniature sabbaticals, if you will. Trying to get some ducks in a row. Doing some behind the scenes stuff, you know what I'm saying? We'll get into it a little later. But for the most part, E37 Entertainment, Righteous Sounds Music, we're still kicking out nothing but the hits. Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the hits. That's all. I just want to say that.
It's not really slowed down because we drop a music video every month. Right? We drop one in September, October, November, December.
We ain't do one for January. But it's
no,
okay.
I think that the one we dropped in January, if I'm not mistaken. It says 3 weeks ago. So it's supposed to drop at the end of February, but it dropped in January. So we've been dropping music videos.
We got a Valentine's Day album coming out. Going out.
And I want to work on a Black Friday song for my school. I'll talk to you about that.
Okay.
All right. Any questions? Any questions before we close up? The young people have spoken. Any questions?
We have a question over here from a young lady. Tell them where you're from. What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Kakama, and I was trying to say that
Wait, man. You got to speak it to the microphone.
My name is Kakama, and I was trying to say that I know everything about Noah.
That's what's up. Everybody give a round of applause. Any other comments? Any other questions?
Oh, right there. Pass the mic.
Your hand been up for 30 hours.
Give it to Tracy. She right there.
You have to say what your name is and where you're from and what's your age and tell us your question.
My name is Tracy, and I was wondering, are we going to do any questions, like answer any questions?
Yes, we can do answers and questions.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right, everybody.
We're gonna Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, we definitely have to re-implement that. Next Shabbat, we're gonna definitely have Q&As, right?
I think it'd be
Do
dope.
anybody have a question now? Anybody have a
Pertaining
question
to the lesson for today. Did anybody have any
about
questions?
what we talk about today?
What was your question?
Not really a question.
Dr. Body.
Tell everybody your name, age, where you're from. What's your question? Watch pop your balloon. That's a menorah.
My name is TJ, but you can also call me Trayvon.
Your name is Trayvon. You can also call me TJ.
Why don't you pop your balloon?
Go ahead.
And I'm from state of Missouri.
Okay, that's what's up. What's your question?
Put the mic to your mouth, man. God, hey.
My question is not really a question. It's just like, since we were talking about like the Shabbat and how there's 7 days, it's like I realized that the menorah also has seven candle holders.
That's right. That's right. Let's
Now,
get Revelation right. Go ahead.
For those, let's see what these adults are. I want to see what the adults are. Adults. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. What's this represent? Don't say Israel. We know that. We already know that. What does this represent, though? What is this? What's this? Hold on. We don't have an answer. Ma'am, come up. Tell us your name, age, where you're from, and why don't you pop your balloon? Come on. Don't be bashful. Come on.
Can I have another balloon?
Come on, east side.
East side.
West side.
You told me east side?
West side is
That's
west
a
side.
whole other state.
Oh, okay. There you go.
To represent the 7 spirits, right? No? 7 churches? 7 spirits? Not
close
telling,
enough.
not telling my age.
Sell out. So the menorah represents the 7 lampstands or the 7 spirits of the assembly.
Revelation.
Revelation 1:13, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, and what thou seest write in a book and send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia and Ephesus and unto Smyrna and unto Pergamos and unto Thyatira and unto Sardis and unto Philadelphia and unto Laodiceas. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like on the Son of Man, clothed a garment down to the foot, and girt of paps with a golden girdle. So we rock with the number 7 because it's the most sacred number. All right? That's why the Most High rested on the 7th day. He hallowed the 7th day. The 7th day is a highly spiritual number.
Jacob waited 7
Right?
years.
Jacob waited 7 years for his wives. Right? 7 years they walked around Jericho. Right? 7 days he kept putting out the dove. Noah. 7 is represented all through the scriptures, man. So if anybody got the non-menorah going on.
If your menorah's rocking 9, you're out of line. Look at that.
Because even when you go to the Maccabees, when they defiled the temple, they said they destroyed the 7 candlestick. The 7 branch candlestick. You got another question? We're going to take one more question. Then we will be up on here, brother.
Most people, they know that I play basketball, and my number in basketball is actually number 7.
Oh!
I just learned that. Who's the most peoples? But I just learned it today. Okay, number 7 is a good number. That's a great number. That's a sacred number. That's in the spirit. That boy right there, he be in the spirit. He asking good questions. He making good points. Oh, we got another person. We got Janai want to make a statement out of that.
Please state your name, your age, where you're from, and why you pop your balloon. No, I'm just playing. What's your question?
I tell you that my age is 7.
Oh!
to 7. Oh, now we got to bring out that other part over there. Go back to that thing over there. Over there.
My birthday
That-
is the 7th month.
Oh! Gelato!
Mine too.
Oh!
I'm missing 7 parts of 1 tooth. Oh!
I don't know about that one, brother. Good God.
I know it's beautiful because all the people Israelites on land was being wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it all out of context. You wasn't thinking of that.
What you got, Fat Fat?
Okay. Hey,
The 7s right here.
yeah, we're gonna read something about 7. Here's another spiritual point concerning 7. We're gonna start from there. The cycle of life. Anybody learned about what they say concerning the cycle of life? If you've been to college and you study any type of psychology, or maybe you just studied it somewhere where they talk about the cycle of life, the stages of life, based off from 0 and up, you know, when you're born, and they give you maybe between, 0 to 2 or cycle of life. Well, yeah, the Lion King, right? Yeah, I seen both of them, and I ain't seen none of that. Okay. Yeah, circle of life, but the breakdown of it,
The
right?
7s of
The
life.
breakdown. So we're gonna get the breakdown real quick. Hey, I need everybody to listen because this is talking about us. Everybody that's watching this video or watch this video, you may want to definitely pay attention to this. We brought this out before, and we're gonna bring it out again, and we're gonna close with this. Okay, the cycle of life. So we in the book of Philo. Tell me we got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the book of Philo in the 35th chapter, the 103rd article. All right, I need everybody's listening ears right now. This is important.
What book is it?
It's the book of Philo. We're on the creation.
Okay.
It's going to be article 103, section 35. 3335.
Yeah, I don't like this one right here. But let's read it. Don't worry about it.
All right. All right, y'all. It reads, and besides what has been already said, the growth of men from infancy to old age, when measured by the number 7, displays in a most evident manner its perfecting power. For in the first period of 7 years, the putting forth of teeth takes place. Everybody say teeth.
Listen. Listen. Speak more into the mic. Over the short. So I can hear you a little loud.
And at the end of the second period of the same length, he arrives at the age of puberty.
No, go back from the beginning. Everybody pay attention. We're going to start when you're a baby. Like we see the babies here. We have babies examples. Right? Go ahead.
And besides what has been already said, the growth of men from infancy to old age.
So from a baby to an old age, to an elder.
When measured by the number 7.
This is measured by the number 7. We're measuring, skip counting, by the number 7.
Displays in a most evident manner its perfecting power.
And you're going to see how powerful this is and how spiritual it is dealing with the number 7.
For in the first period of 7 years, the putting forth of the teeth takes place.
Right? First 7 years, what happens?
The putting forth of the teeth takes place.
Right? How many of your teeth was falling out by the time you were 7? Right? All your baby teeth, most of all your baby teeth is gone. Right? Okay?
Everybody say baby mouth.
It's out of here.
And at the end of the second period of the same length, he arrives at the age of puberty. Everybody say puberty.
Why are we talking while the Bible is being read? I don't care about a shirt you already spoke about. Stop. Go ahead now.
He arrives at the age of puberty. At the end of the third period.
Hold on. What age is that? Say it again.
At
You
the
got the
end,
first 0 to 7.
right, that's the putting forth of the teeth.
Yeah.
And at the end of the second period of the same length, he arrives at the age of puberty.
So 7 times 2 is what?
14.
14. 7 times 2 is 14. That's when they go into puberty stage. Between 12 and 14, but it's 14. Go ahead.
At the end of the third period, the growth of the beard takes place.
What time is that? The third period. You got the first period 7, second period 14. 7 times 1 is what? 7 times 2 is what?
14.
What's,
Don't say that. 7 times 3 is what?
You got it.
nephew, you know? We gonna jump you at the class.
Come on. We get to it. 14.
Jumping you. Backyard. It's going down. What you got?
Number. What number is that?
35. 35, 103. Anybody? 7 times
Come on.
3.
21.
Y'all go to school. Come on, man. Don't make me start knocking fleas and ticks off my brain and having to think now. Come on. What's 7 times 3?
7 times 3 is. Yeah, I just said it.
Y'all over there laughing, but don't know that. Don't know your math.
Say it. 20.
Just say it.
If,
Just say it.
There we go.
All right. So at the end of the third period, the growth of the beard takes place. Listen, y'all, order. The fourth period sees him arrive at the fullness of his manly strength. Everybody say fourth period. At the fourth period sees him arrive at the fullness of his manly strength. So at the time he's 28, he's what most people call in their prime. I mean, you say in your prime.
your prime. In your prime.
That's like if for those Dragon Ball Z fans, that's Cell in his perfect creation. In his perfect state. At this time, this is when you are able to be physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, all that strong. Everybody say strong. The fifth 7 years is the season for marriage. Everybody say marriage. In the sixth period, he arrives at the maturity of his understanding. Everybody say sixth period. So what's 6 times 7?
Let's go. Raise your hand.
Oh, sorry.
7 times 6. Or 6 times 7.
You holding the bowl back there in the back.
42.
Hold on, let me check. Look it up for me. 6 times 6. Look it up. Hurry up. How you know? Y'all been talking? What kind of malarkey is going on over here? What's going on? Nah. Yes, 42. The seventh period. Well, let's break that down a bit. By the time you at your 42, the game done changed a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta break it
You know
down.
what I'm saying? You got some gray hair. You ain't in your prime no more. You say no more.
No more.
You're not in your prime no more. Now you at the age where you might can get the Luann Plaid lupus if you come out look. You at that age where you may see a little gray. You know, your hair and your nails may not produce. Me and Millie just found out day before yesterday that, you know, like you see the ridges on the nails. You don't have that when you're younger, but you have that when you're older. Certain ridges on your nails or certain ridge patterns on your nails tell you if something's good or something's bad. Now, if you have straight up and down vertical lines or ridges in your nails, that is a sign that you're aging. I can attest to that because most of the elders in my family growing up, they would have those same ridges in their nails, but they was old. They was past their 40s. So when I say sixth period, everybody say 42. In the sixth period,
42.
he arrives at the maturity of his understanding. So that means he is now getting an understanding of the functions of life, how the world works, how people operate, how relationships go, so on and so forth. Con? All right. It says the seventh period is that of the most rapid improvement and growth of both his intellectual and reasoning powers. So everybody say 49.
49.
That I ain't there yet. I got 3 years before I hit 49.
So he's still considered a man. But we're gonna break it down in the next part. Well, go ahead.
The eighth period, everybody say eighth,
Eight.
is the sum of the perfection of both.
Mm-hmm.
So the eighth, everybody say eighth,
Eight.
is the sum of the perfection of both the seventh and the sixth years, or the seventh or the sixth period. So by the seventh and the 6 years, he's at the maturity of his understanding, and he's enhancing in his understanding because he's advancing in age. Con? All right. The eighth is the perfection of both. In his ninth, everybody say ninth, his passions assume a mildness and gentleness, from being to a great degree tamed.
So I definitely would like to say that, because that's the
Next phases, most I will. Me. Right? That's at 56.
At 8.
Right? The
7
8.
times 8. And then 7 times 9 is going to be
Or the 9th is what?
63.
All right, 63. That's the 9th?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. Hold up.
You swinging on 8 almost. You swinging the ball on 8 though.
Let me go back to the 7th, between the 7th going towards the 8th. Hold up, buddy. Hold up. Between the 7th and the 8th. Hold up.
That's how much now. Right?
I want to get there with the right? Between 7th word and 8th word. 7 periods that the most rapid improvement growth for both his intellectuals and reasoning powers. They're not getting almost near stop.
So physical strength, you might be good on your physical strength, but as you age into your 56, 63, your physical strength is now made up for by having mental power. That's what this is saying. This is saying that where as you age, you may lose the strength of when you was in your prime, right? Everybody say prime. But by the time you reach 56, 63, you're at the age of understanding, and you're always seeking to enhance your understanding so you get stronger in wisdom. Whereas your body may be getting more and more aged, your mind becomes more and more strong. Okay?
Because right here it says in the 10th. So, all right. Okay.
So, no, that's the 9th, right? The 8th is the sum of the perfection of both.
Right.
And the 9th is the passions assume a mildness and gentleness from being to great and tame. So you may have a rugged man, he was all hype up. Blah, blah. When you get into that club, he's like,
I'm chilling, man.
laid back, ain't nothing getting to him, none of that.
I don't even like my farts to be
Whatever.
down.
Chill. Right? Then it says, in the 10th, 10 times 7 is what?
70.
In the 10th, the desirable end of life comes upon him, while his limbs and organic senses are still unimpaired. For excessive old age is apt to weaken and enfeeble them all. All right, so we can sit here and play these games, right? And if you make mockery of the elder people and don't respect the elder people, and may the Most High can make you live to be an elder person, but your body is finished. The Bible says better than death than a body that's always sick.
Yeah.
Right? A salon, the Athenian lawgiver described these 8 different ages in the following LJ verses. Check this one out.
Let me read that.
Oh man, I lost the Lord. All right.
In 7 years,
All right, everybody listen up.
This is a poem. This is a poem.
Okay, this is math, ELA, English reading, everything together. Come on.
Right. In 7 years from the earliest breath, the child puts forth his hedge of teeth.
Right, babies right here got growing teeth. They just turned 1. They started growing their teeth right at 1. Right before 1, right? Like right before 1, they started growing their first little teeth.
She got a whole bunch of, she has teeth growing crazy. She got all kind of teeth in her mouth.
Jelly bean.
She got teeth all back there, everything. She just turned 1 December 25th. She got a mouth full of grills. She got a whole grill.
Jelly bean.
She eating everything. Shamar ain't even got a whole grill yet. I think his joint is coming in. Y'all got all the choppers.
You got the baby dice in your mind.
Eating everything. And don't eat nothing. Okay?
In 7 years from 30th breath, the child puts forth his teeth when strengthened by a similar span. He displays first some signs of man. As in the third, his limbs increase. A beard buds his ever-changing face. When he has passed a fourth such time, his strength and vigors in its prime. Everybody say prime.
Prime. 7 times 4 is what? 28.
When 5 times 7 years over his head have passed, the man should think to wed. At 42, the vision's clear. To shun vile deed of folly or fear. While 7 times 7 years to sense, add ready wit and eloquence. Everybody say eloquence.
Eloquence.
And 7 years further, skill admit to raise them to their perfect height. When 9 such periods have passed, his powers, everybody say his powers, though grown milder,
though mildly milder grown,
still last. And when God has granted 10 times 7, everybody say 10 times 7. When God has granted 10 times 7, the aged man prepares for heaven.
Okay. So let me read this part right here. Okay. Or you want to
Read it. So Solomon therefore thus computes the life of a man by aforesaid 10 periods of 7 years. 7 years. 7 is a very serious number. But hypocrisies, right? The physician says that there are 7. It is hardly necessary to remind the reader of the description of 7 ages of man in Shakespeare, as you like it, Acts 2. 7 ages of man: infancy, childhood, boyhood, which travail is in boyhood. He's not a child. Boyhood, youth, 21, right? 21. What we got? Let's do it again. We have infancy, 1 through 7.
If I say infancy.
Infancy. Then we have childhood, 7 to 13. Well, 14, right? You're 13. Then 14, you are considered boyhood. Right? From 14 to 20. Right? Right? Then you have
21 to 28, which is youth.
21 to 28. So when you read about David, King David being in his youth, right? Now we can gauge how old David was based off this, right? Manhood, 28. It's double. It's double by 2 sets of 7. So that's where you get the 49 from. Because you get 14 years of being a man. Then you have middle-aged, which is 56, right? Mm-hmm. Look, middle age is from 49 to 56. Mm-hmm. That's middle age. I used to always say 35, right? Old age is from 56 and up.
Everybody say old age.
Old age.
That these two are measured by periods of 7, though not in the same order. And he speaks thus: in the nature of man, there are 7 seasons, which men call ages: infancy, childhood, boyhood, and the rest. He is an infant till he reaches his 7th year. Janai came to her 7th year. So she was in infancy stage. The age of shedding of his teeth. He is a child till he arrives at the age of purity. That's when you're able to reproduce. You're getting into your young adulthood, right? Which takes place in 14 years. All of this happens within the 14th year, right? He is a boy till his beard begins to grow. And that time is the end of a third period of 7 years.
Now you ever notice? You ever notice like I remember growing up, and I had my beard kicked in at like 14, 15. Like I had almost like a full beard by my 16th birthday, so I could walk into any place that like adults would walk into. You know what I'm saying? What I noticed is the young cats in my period while I was growing up, dudes like myself, that was growing beards around that time, the elders was calling us mannish. You ever heard that one? Get your mannish ass out of here. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
We heard that because in those times, though we were youth, we had beards. They called that we looked like men. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
We look like men. That's why they were saying, my mother at some point, my mother would be like, boy, go sit your man down. And I didn't understand it because I always know, hey man, I'm still at your house. What's still in you and you and dad? I call a nigga man.
It's the whole beard.
Yeah, you look like a man. That's why a lot of y'all better understand this is real right here, man. The cycle of sevens is real.
See, I might be older than a lot of people, but I wasn't in the mannish worlds. I didn't get to the mannish worlds until like the 4th seasons. I ain't growing beard to the 4th, going to the 5th season. My beard ain't started really growing until I was in 30 worlds for real. I was at a baby face. I had the little sideburn look, but I didn't have no beard. I wanted a beard though. I was like, why this dude 14 years old with a beard? 15 with a beard. Right?
Have a beard next.
Yeah, he ain't got no worlds. He's sitting. Right? But he good bird. He ain't got nothing. Right? And it says
He was a boy.
he is a what we at?
He was a boy till he begins to
He is a boy till his beard begins to grow. So if you ain't got no beard, you a boy. That's his death. Boy. Right? He is a boy till his beard begins to grow, and that time is the end of a third period of 7 years, which is 21. He is a youth till the completion of the growth of his whole body. So you ain't coming to your full strength until 28. Right? That's when you in your prime time, your most powerful time, your most strongest time. Right? So, you know, the teenagers be trying to flex. If you flexing with your dad that's like 28, 30, you get hemmed up. Right? You ain't in your power yet. You ain't in your full power. Some people some people that are playing football and lifting the weights and all kind of crazy will finish now. Right? Or there's some people that's got naturally strong. Right? You know what I'm saying? But he is a youth till the completion of the growth of his whole body, which coincides with the 4th 7 years. Listen, a lot of you be concerned about how you look and your body, but your body is not going to go to its maximum until you are in your late 20s. That's when you see a lot of women grow into their womanhood body, right? And they gonna come from being cute to fine.
to damn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They get the words, right?
They go from being fine to say little mama say.
Which coincides with the 4th, 7th years. Then he is a man till he reaches his 49th year. So you're a man from 28 to 49. Or 7 times 7 periods. Or 7 times 7 periods. He is middle-aged. He is a middle-aged man till he is 56. or 8 times 7 years old. Right? What?
And after that, he's an old man.
And after that, he is an old man. He's a middle-aged man to his 56 or 8 times 7 years old, which is 56. And after that, he is an old man.
So between 47 and 56, he middle-aged.
Between 49 and 56.
That's what you said.
No, you said 47 just now.
I said 47.
That's what I heard.
I must have
47.
been thinking about Hitman.
You already in the old man world. Look at him. You know what he's talking about.
I could have sworn with 47.
You just said it again.
I know.
You think I'm smoking some weed and bugging out or something?
Once they have the brain fart.
And it is also affirmed for the particular praise of the number 7 that it has a very admirable rank in nature because it is composed of 3 and 4. And if anyone doubles the third number after the unit, he will find a square. Now we're going into the mathematics of it. I'm not doing it right now at all. So with that, we're going to say all praises and all glory to our King YAHAWASHI who died for me. All praises and all glory for the trials and mercy shown to me. Shout out to the producer, Emanuel Yashua, all right to sound music. Shout out to Princess YAHAWAH for killing the hook. Shout out to E37 Mahal for writing the joint. And thank E37 Entertainment for filming the joint. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zahara, my rib in New York, for playing the old lady in the kitchen words. Shout out to my bun, Elijah, for playing in the kitchen, you know, for looking in the refrigerator when there's no food in there, he finished. You know what I'm saying? And we was cooking turkey wings, perpetrating a fraud as if it was pork. All right? Shout out to the Memphis Maccabees. We went down there to keep for the Riding Through My City tour. Because that's where we shot part of the music video at in the museum and all that. Shout out to Tasha that was down there. We all went down there and we had a great time. We looked good. We partied. We chilled. Shout out to the House of Amiyah. You know what I'm saying? They went down there with us. And shout out to the House of Zeph. Shout out to Isaiah Yashara that came down. I mean, Jeremiah came down. Did he come down?
He did.
Yeah, Jeremiah came down. I made sure he came down. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we had a good time out there. Yeah, he was hosting the performance and everything. Shout out to all the artists that came out there, Faith in Israel. Shout out to Reggie Kodesh and all the brothers and sisters that came out their way to put on that great event out there, man. So this is the song, you know what I'm saying, called Praise and Glory. We're going to bump that and close up with that.
You need beats. You already know that.
And if you need beats, holler at Righteous Sound Music, E37 Entertainment. Get your beats, man. Any music videos, if you need any mastering, hit E37 Entertainment. We master your tracks with the quickness, all right?
Next door neighbor wasn't complete. Just believe what shit wasn't working. 4 weeks. working. Open up the door, felt like a storm game. Most high knows I was talking. Through the round of 28 wasn't joking. All praises and all glory to YAHAWASHI who died for me. All praises and all glory for the love and mercy shown to me. All praises and all glory to YAHAWASHI who died for me. All praises and all glory for the love and mercy shown to me. Giving all praise to the Most High. He redeemed my life so many times. I was dead in my sins, I was blind. Couldn't see through the fog in my mind. Trying to search for the truth through the lies. Look back, time really flies. Many times I gave up the just side. Questions, is the truth really mine? Think back how you showed me the life. I'm a being reading every single night. No light, reading by candlelight. 40 pounds won't think you got me tight. Real pick the part, won't think you try. Now my sins are forgiven anyway. Spirit willing, but the flesh willing fight. Are you gonna stand? Are you gonna be a man? Probably to an 8, tell us how to be a man. Not a fan of a bad guy, has a plan. No truth in your hand, right hand is scan. Right gold kids, make it back in Japan. 12 times up, Israel is a clan. We got next week going home to our land. Y'all know YAHAWASHI, he commands. That's a faith for the book, hope you understand. All praises and all glory to YAHAWASHI who died for me. All praises and all glory for the trials and mercy shown to me. All praises and all glory to YAHAWASHI who died for me. All praises and all glory for the trials and mercy shown to me. For all of your mercy and grace.
Shabbat Shalom.